Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman. This is just going to be a fun video, but um, here lately I've just been getting a lot of those comments, those silly, stupid knife review comments that you get. But this video isn't really just for knife reviewers, and so you guys who don't review knives, but you just make comments. And if you enjoy making these kind of comments or it does it for you, I want you to know you're welcome on my channel. This is your safe place, okay? So if you need to make those comments, please make them on my channel. You're welcome to make them because what you say, as stupid as it may be, it's your words, it's your thoughts. You put it out there in public on the internet for eternity, unless, well, even if you erase it, it's still there for eternity. But so if you say those things, you're welcome to do that on my channel, okay? That just helps out my channel and anybody's channel that you make those comments on. But and you know, I usually, when I get these sometimes I might respond, but usually I don't, because what's the point? There is no point. You know, I don't care how many times in a video or how many times in your many videos you say, hey, I'm testing these knives. I'm not trying to teach you or train you the proper way to use a knife, but I'm trying to test the knife, see how tough the steel is, see how long it holds its edge and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, you know, what you want knife reviewers to do to test that stuff. Cut sandwiches. I mean, I don't know, whatever you do with your knife, you do with your knife. But if you've got you know, if you're going to do a 10-minute video and you want to test a knife, you've got to do something with it besides, you know, cutting an apple. All right, so that's what we do as knife reviewers. But yeah, this is like, I pull this knife out. Oh my God, serrations and Bear Grylls and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's get to the list. Top 5 stupid knife video comments that you'll get. Number 5 is going to be feature comments like, oh, I hate serrations. I'd never buy a knife with serrations. Oh, that guard sucks. Or, oh, I hate tip down. I would never carry tip down. Or, I don't know, that jimping is stupid. A knife doesn't need jimping. Sawback is ridiculous. And those finger grooves suck. And I would never buy a knife. Look, knife features, there are different knife features for a reason. There's a reason for serrations. And it's funny because people who make these comments probably don't even know why they have these features and what they're for. It's fine if you don't like a feature. Don't get a knife with that feature if you don't like it. But just to say it's serrations are stupid, I would never have, I mean, it's, you know, maybe give your reasoning, put a little oomph behind your statement, but or how about that sheath sucks or whatever. And this is just actual features of a knife. People will make those comments about size and blade thickness and other things. That's more of a preference kind of thing, but there's a reason for features, and people will have a certain or want a certain knife feature. I don't mind serrations. I have them for a reason. I might not mind a tanto knife or a certain grind or an edge or whatever. Different knives and different features for different reasons, okay? So that's number 5. Number 4 is either brand hatred or brand loyalty. I mean, what can you say about that? That is a real stupid comment. I hate Gerber. I hate Buck. Cold Steel sucks. You know, what have you. And then, you know, the personalities behind it, like my knife line that I really, really like. I know they're not the best knives in the world, but they do have some good features. But how ridiculous is it to say, "Oh, Bear Grylls sucks. He's fake. He's a phony. Les Stroud would eat his lunch. Dave Canterbury's got it all over him. Cody Lundin is much more handsome." What does that have to do with this? I I don't know. Those are just silly comments. But again, if you need to make them, feel free to make them on my videos. So that's number 4. Number 3, steel comments. That steel sucks. If you're working with a knife that's anywhere in the 400 series, watch out for that comment, because it's coming. You're going to get it. 420 high carbon, the 440s, and I mean, try to tell Ray Ennis, Jay Fisher, or even Puma Knives that 440C sucks, and I think they would beg to differ. There's reasons for different steels, and if you need a knife for a certain application and you choose the right steel, that's very beneficial to you. So there's a reason for that. There's a reason for why you would use a certain knife steel. And you may think that a 4116 Krups doesn't hold an edge long enough, but you know what? It has fantastic corrosion resistance, especially with salt water. So there's a reason why you may not or may need a certain steel. Okay, that's number 3. Number 2, one of my favorites is, you're using a knife a little rough, you're batoning or you're doing something, and you're going to get the old comment, get an axe. That was one of the recent ones I did. Hey, let me give you a tip. Go buy an axe. Don't ever baton your knife. That's stupid. You don't need to baton your knife. That's not what a knife is for. If my grandpa were alive, my grandpa would beat me up and down, and if I ever did that to my knife, and it's like, come on. There are knives that are made today and even yesteryear to get a little rough with them. You can do it. Again, if it's your knife and all you want to do is cut a sandwich or an apple or whittle a stick, then go ahead and do that. Sure knife, do whatever you want. But there are lots of knives, lots of knife steel that's made today that are very well suited to splitting, if not at least kindling, sometimes a little bit more. You can split larger logs, but lots of knives today are more than strong enough. I mean, what is a knife? The blade is a piece of sharpened steel. It's a steel wedge. Yes, you can split some with wood with it. You can get a little rough with it. So that makes that comment a little silly. And then, of course, the number 1, and tell me if you agree. If you're a knife reviewer, do you agree with these rankings, or how would you rank them? Or if I missed something, go ahead and make a comment. Tell me what I missed. But the number 1 is, oh, that's made in China. That's Chinese garbage. I would never buy it. I mean, first of all, number 1 has nothing to do with my patriotism. I'm born in America. I'm an American. I served in the military for 20 years. I love my country. But what does that have to do with that? China's putting out some pretty decent knives at some pretty decent prices. And if you don't want to buy Chinese knives, then don't buy them. I would completely respect that. But I bet if you make a comment on my channel about you would never buy that knife because it's Chinese junk, it's made in China, and I don't want to support China, I bet if I come to your home and I start flipping over items and looking at appliance tags and clothing tags, I bet I'm going to find the word China quite a bit. So before you make those comments, again, you're welcome to do it on my channel, on my videos if you'd like. But before you make those comments, look around in your house and see what you have that's made in China. You're probably driving around in a vehicle with parts in it that are made in China. So you do support China one way or the other. And if you think you completely don't, and you really don't, more power to you. I salute you. Okay, good job. But that is kind of a silly comment. So there they are, my top 5 stupid knife review comments. What are yours? What kind of comments have you been getting? And if you're one of the, and I've made stupid comments before, but if you're someone who's made these comments or make these comments a lot on knife videos, tell us a little bit more. Back them up on why, especially the made in China one. Tell me, do you really not have any products in your vehicle, in your computers, in your phone, and do you really not have any products with anything made in China? And I do understand that if you know, hey, look, this is a company, they make all their knives in China, or this is a Chinese company. I understand you might not know everything that may have Chinese products, but okay, that's fine. If you know, hey, this knife brand supports China and their knives are made in China and you don't want to support that, that's fine. I understand that. But you have a lot of items that are made in China. Trust me. Okay. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Common Sense Outdoorsman. We'll talk to you later.